meant to say is 1:02 a.m. And man, like, anyway, so we're live now.
Oh wow.
The ultra power panel of doom. Thank you guys so much for showing up. We have the there's like a little alpha pre-sale thing going on for the Uplift tomorrow. So we wanted to invite some people that have been like in the space with us, sort of thinking about it and developing the ideas around it and putting some interesting things in the world and working on the back end, yada yada yada. Right, and just to have a big old chat about it. Ken MFing Bozak, how you doing?
Oh yeah.
So I just want to let's maybe go around and we'll do some introductions. Obviously, you guys know Jimmy D. Gary. I'm just starting to get to know Gary. If you've seen any of the shows where we almost every show we fly over to Boyd to find out what magic insanity they've managed to build in the last 24 hours. Gary's basically doing most of that. So Gary, I'm glad you're here. Recurrier, we do Clusterfuck Fridays 2 p.m. and it was just stuff that we were just trying to keep up to all the crazy things that were going on in the community cluster, and we can't because there's too many cool things happening in it. But so anyway, Recurrier and I decided to do that on Fridays. You can catch that. You guys all know EOS USA Michael, he of the permanent motion machine, both in the world and out of the world.
What a phrase,
right? It's just it's how he rolls. We got Dwayne here from CSX in the Crown community, and he was sitting in on conversations that I was having with the Crown community, like sort of brainstorming some of the potential gamification, before we talked to really anyone about this possibility. We sort of started exploring what was possible. So I just want to give Crown generally a shout out. Like, they do these calls where it's basically just a brainstorming session where anybody can come in and sort of talk about all their ideas, and it's fantastic. So Dwayne, I'm really glad you're here. Kaz, Nathan, I think I described you to Greg, who's here, as one of the most scary smart people I've ever met. It's like they're smart. There's smart people, and I'm relatively I think I have a decent capacity for intellect, and it's a rare thing when I meet somebody and I'm like, fuck, that guy's thinking it about 50 times faster than me at minimum. And so that's what Nathan's like.
I just overclocked the refresh rate.
Exactly.
What?
Exactly. Just quick overclock the thing with the numbers. Anyway, so Nathan, I'm really glad you're here. Nathan was actually instrumental last night in working with me and the dev team that's working on the Uplift to sort of right the ship, as it were, to make sure that we were set up to scale, basically.
And a sense of the gravity of the moment here is Nathan put on a shirt, and
that's true. That doesn't happen. And honestly, if I look that good naked, I would never wear shirts either. So that's just the fucking thing that exists. What did I just say? Anyway, we got Anders. Any observation? Anders, I wanted to tell you right off the bat, he's one of the best podcasters, if not the best podcaster in sort of the wax specific ecosystem, and of course he talks about other things as well. And he's doing all sorts of things with Swedish blockchain producers in USIO, and he's just a general badass, but also a super fucking sweetheart. The guy's just adorable as hell. Just don't use creative anywhere near him, or he will smite you. But I wanted to tell you, Anders, a friend of ours from the Shipple community from the Wayback Machine, who we've been pinging. He's one of the best meme creators that we've ever seen, right? He's really funny, really good, whatever. His name's Bull Shipples. I've been every few weeks
announcement about memes. Sorry to interrupt. But
no, let's get table that. We've all of us have kind of been pinging him hey, you should come check out this thing. Just come check out. Busy. So he's sort of hey, fine. He takes a look at some. I have been just photo dumping on Facebook, so I don't have time to deal with those people because they barely understand what's going on, right? And so I just photo dump and go hey, definitely don't pay attention to how freaking cool all these things are. And so he finally went and looked for a video. He found your video first, and he said I watched that a couple times, and then I watched a few more. This is awesome. Can we build Mars? And after all of the stuff that we figured out last night, 2 days ago, I would have said no because we have this big, long, contiguous map. Now I'm fuck yeah, we can, right? So like, and it was because of the video that we did with you that he really got that sense. And I've actually gotten that feedback from a bunch of people. You asked all the questions everybody wanted answered, and people are literally watching it like multiple times to understand it better. So that's awesome.
Very
And
nice.
and we got Greg, who is one of my best friends in the whole world, media partner. Literally flicked the light switch on the server that became the Uplift. So muy gratitude for that and a million other things. And Ken motherfucking Bozak.
He's green today.
He is green. He's got the green screen. Ken, how you doing, man? Can you hear me? We can't hear you, buddy.
He's muted.
Unacceptable.
It's his first show.
Yeah, he's new. Ken's new at this whole. Is that an easel next to you? Are you gonna like just start like painting stuff and then turn it into an NFT that we all have to spend $1 million on?
That's what they're worth these days.
Yeah, it's still no audio, brother. Son of a bitch.
Maybe that's why he's got the easel. He's gonna write everything.
He's like stick figures.
Notes from the Ken Bozak. So
As Modi, that's the first time Ken's ever been quiet.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, we had to get him on a system that's screwing with his thing. So Kaz, tell me about memes.
Oh yeah, I decided I was gonna make a NFT series of an expanding mosaic of memes that come straight from dank memes on Reddit. After I finish the NFT bridge, I suppose I should just get that done. I finished the wax side, so now I just need the ERC 1155 side. But then basically you'll get 1 dank meme, and then 2 dank memes, and then 4, and then 8, and then 16, and 32.
Mic check.
And if anybody burns it, it resets it, and that's awesome. And
If
they'll
anyone
all be straight from dank memes on Reddit.
It's awesome.
That's gonna be sick.
That is going to be sick. Yeah, so I love how you casually talked about the fact that you're building an NFT bridge between Wax and Ethereum. Like, whatever. I know everyone else is working on it too, but I'm almost done. So fuck you.
I know. I've been like watching TV instead of getting it done, so it's taken
How
like
dare
a
you.
week instead of a day. But whatever.
See what I mean? It's terrifying. So
I'll show you the source code, but whatever. It's
yeah, no,
not
he posts code in our Uplift leadership channel all the time. We're like, oh, cool. I understand this.
So you can hear me now?
Posterity.
Yes, we can hear you, buddy.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Oh, cool, great. I was just saying my gratitude is that I woke up this early and I didn't oversleep, and here I am, unless this is all a beautiful dream. And if it is, hello. Hi, beautiful dream.
There's no better panel.
What a terrible dream, mate.
dream, really.
To look at our faces.
Speaking of which,
I got a new microphone, new camera and stuff, so it's like I'm just getting used to this weird setup. I got a green screen now, and I got an easel because this is where you pre-mint NFTs, you know.
This guy knows where it's at.
Split it.
Oh, did Corey freeze up there? Or what's going on? It looks like Corey froze on us.
Whoa. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
back now.
Speaking of it, hey, Greg, could you Greg, could you do me a favor and pull up Minecraft from your end, and we'll go to the cathedral and do the
Sure, man.
gratitudes? Just because
Yep.
trying to do it on my old computer's not working.
Give
Awesome.
me a second to
Because
boot it
yeah,
up
we
here.
should do the gratitudes. Ken, thank you for the reminder. I got all shocked and surprised, and I just kind of how epic all of you guys are. All right, so
There might be a couple more people dropping in, but yeah, thank you everyone for joining us. It's really cool to have you all here. We're super excited. All that's going on all of the connections that we've made with you guys thus far. These are some of our deepest online, people that we have on the show and that we interact with. So it's really awesome that you guys could all make it today.
Thanks for the invite, bro.
Ken, do you want your gratitude for real to be that I woke up this morning?
I woke up on time this morning.
Nailed it.
That's a huge difference.
It's a huge difference. Sorry. Okay, I'm on it.
I slept through 5 alarms and still got up. Like, you know how many times I hit that snooze button, boy? This is literally 30 seconds after getting off of a pillow.
Looking fine.
That's awesome.
I slept in my Binance hoodie. I just rolled out of bed.
Ready to go. That's awesome.
You want those trades? You got to do the work.
Right?
I just want the referrals. Keep signing up with my referral link, people, and keep on trading because I ain't doing it.
All right. So who's next? Who wants to go next? Gratitude wise.
I'll
I'm
rock
grateful to code.
Sure. I'm glad.
Sorry, Dwayne, what were we saying?
I'm grateful for everyone on this call. The instigators, the badasses, the leaders, the builders on Wax, and the leaders of NFTs.
All right.
It's a fun place to be.
Da-da-da.
I'm grateful for life, mate.
All right, on it. Alrighty. This will take some
Greg
time,
vanished and the Minecraft world did not appear.
right? Here's hoping that gets fixed.
He just teleported his existence there forever.
Right? He literally just dissolved himself into the Uplift.
Better than the world news I was reading recently.
Right? What were you saying, Nathan, about yours?
I am grateful for source code.
Love it.
Open source is the best.
The very source.
All right, who's left?
I got one. If everyone's done.
Yeah, go ahead, Jimmy.
Yeah, so M Blue couldn't join us today, so I asked him to send us a gratitude, and of course, in perfect M Blue style, he decided to, make me embarrass myself. So M Blue's gratitude is I'm grateful for Jimmy D. No shit, I'm telling you honestly, like I'm not just making shit up to get my name on the wall. I promise.
Did you say Michael is grateful for the D?
Yeah, that's what he's grateful for.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
My gratitude is my personal one is I'm grateful for all of the amazing people I get to work with every day. Because this space is awesome. You guys are awesome. I think the nice thing that I like about us doing what we are doing is everyone's kind of a specialist in their own right. And it's like a microcosm of all of these brilliant, really good people at what they do that are super kind, super nice, love to share. And it's like a perpetual reward machine. It's like a perpetual education machine. It's like this space where, no one looks down on you if you don't understand source code. No one takes offense if you're not the best marketer. No one, gets angry at you if you question why their servers might be on fire. Saying, Michael. But
you know the answer to that question.
No, but you guys are all awesome. So I'm super grateful to be a part of this with all of you.
All right, I can fit that on a sign. Just kidding. I got you. Greg, or Gary, or Michael, or a courier.
Yeah, I was gonna go, but Jimmy kind of stole my thunder.
Sorry about that, man.
I was gonna say along those lines, I'm grateful for both the NFT and Metaverse space and for the opportunities it's afforded not only me but everyone to find new paths in life, new creative paths in life. It's opened up new worlds to people, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah, cool. I can fit that on a sign.
Yeah.
Just kidding. So I said I'm grateful for NFT and Metaverse opportunities for all. Is that cool?
Fantastic. I love it.
That did fit on a sign. I'm pretty excited about that.
How many
the bottom corner,
fit on
put
a
page
sign?
1, and then I'll just take up like a whole tablet. I'll just go on and on about silliness.
Right. Yeah. Greg's going to pull the game up. You'll be able to see that.
Doing it right now. Sorry, I had a little bit of a world render issue, and my computer decided, hey, we should reboot everything. That's what we should do.
Nice.
Hey,
Yeah, there we go. There's Corey.
got Greg in the face. What?
What did you do with Greg?
Yeah, I mean that's we've been friends for a long time. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. All right,
So that's about 50 characters per sign. The new Twitter.
the new Twitter.
Yeah.
The new Twitter. I mean, down the road, it's probably going to cost like 100,000 wax to get a gratitude up on these walls, but for now, it's free. Michael, you want to go?
100 wax per character.
I'm thankful games are becoming my day.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Who did you trick to make believe that statement?
The people that pay my paycheck.
Nice.
I did the same thing this last couple of weeks. Standing out in my front yard grinning like an idiot, and my neighbor's my landlord. And he goes, "What are you smiling about? It? I'm playing Minecraft for a living right now." So, yeah,
good stuff. Hey, Gary, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear
All
me?
right. Yeah, I think you're the last one, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, sorry. So, yeah, so if you only have, was it 50 characters? I guess I'm going to say I'm grateful for all the builders, creative and survival.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw one on here myself.
Let's try and harmonize both worlds.
I'm definitely doing like the survival cheat because I'm not in creative, but everyone around me is. So I just type in, "Hey, could you throw me like 1,000,000 of this?"
Collab. I like it a lot.
But I promise one thing: if I visit Anders' build, I'll do it in survival mode. How's that?
Awesome. Awesome. I'm
like
happy.
There's talk about turning all of these monuments into NFTs as well, like really limited run editions, which I don't hate. Because we're sort of encoding, and Emblem and I actually spent a lot of time talking about this generally, but we talked about it a lot this morning in relation to sort of how we organize a decentralized version of the Uplift, which is sort of what we're going to have to do. And it's funny, it's like we have to do it, but that's also like it turns out it's going to be a lot cooler. It's kind of fun. But it really is like the fact that we're encoding these gratitudes and the culture of this place. It's like a 4-dimensional meme, right? It's image wise 3-dimensional, but it's 4-dimensional in the sense that it's longitudinal. It's organic and growing in time. Like this is a big art installation that is being driven by the community. Like it is ultimately, even though I'm a super secular dude, it is a spiritual thing that we're doing. And the people that start to clue into that and show up and spend a sunrise with us and write a gratitude up on the wall, it starts to have a profound effect. And now the things that we're doing in this world, whether we take an image and codify it as an NFT, or take a whole art installation and like make that an ownable chunk that it has real ramifications in this world. We're just still scratching the surface of what this is going to be. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming this morning. I just realized I didn't do mine, and that's going to be mine.
Put it on the roof.
Wait till you see Cathedral 1.0. There's gratitudes everywhere because we ran out of room, like literally all over the walls.
Did you know that you can actually build up a pillar and jump on it and build things high?
Yeah. Did you know that I built the entire dome in survival, homie?
He did. He did. Block on top of block, man.
You can actually get to Greg. You can go to
down to the ladder. Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah,
it's over by the trees, right?
Yeah, the trees. Yeah. So you basically like climb up a ladder, and it climbs up that pillar, and then you can see like where I had to I created the path to get up and down. Like you, Anders, you would have been proud of how I built this. Now, did I maybe magic myself some glass? Yes.
And some sea lanterns.
And some lanterns, yeah.
Whatever. Shut up. I love sea lanterns. But did I also die a bunch of times? Yes. Like a lot of times.
Here, I never fail to remind people. Corey placed every single block in this dome from hand calculations. No magic involved. He actually went up here and did the work.
Corey's doing his Neo thing again. Just flying around the Matrix.
Well, this is Greg. But
This
yes,
is my it's my rig.
Oh,
but yeah.
this is great. It's hard to tell who's screen sharing. All right, Greg.
Yep. There we go. Back to matters at hand. But yeah, anyway, we did a lot of this in survival mode. The old cathedral. First thing that happened was we built the first cathedral, and I didn't know how to whitelist or secure the server yet because we hadn't publicized it. It was just like 5 of us that had the IP address, and some jackass came in and started breaking blocks, and I sent him hey, quit doing that. So he built a flying machine and bombed the first cathedral to the ground.
It was
with
terrible.
TNT.
It was so bad.
And we were like, whoa! So we had to build the first cathedral over again. It took us a couple of days.
It's terrible. But
we did all that because we didn't know about scaffolding, so we did it all with dirt blocks. We said, hey, in my day, we put dirt blocks on top of dirt blocks to climb up and do things. But that's how the first cathedral got built. Yeah.
I don't do any scaffolding.
Well, and that's, we learned about, server access. We learned about, regions of world edit. And so like basically all the things that made us realize that we could have the ways to make a meaningful NFT driven, environment like the Uplift. Like that's when we figured it out. We figured it out because, we don't like getting our stuff bombed by some freaking, griefing shithead. Anyway, so it was, it worked out.
It was fun. Life lessons.
Indeed. All right. So why don't we do this? Why don't we go around the panel and you guys just tell us what you think? Because we're doing this Uplift sale tomorrow. Like, I'd love to get your guys' take. Like, what you think about, where we're at and where you think we might go. And I'll just go on the list of how people are showing up on the thing. Gary, let's start with you. Like the Boyd super genius. Like that Boyd build. The guy who's been around Minecraft for a long time went there and was like, this is insane. This is the rig really good. So like, Boyd, you're basically a superhero.
Thanks, but I consider myself an average builder. I think we haven't seen anything yet.
That's very possible.
You see the professionals.
Right, that's very possible.
So some of the people that are joining us now are doing this for a living, and you're going to notice the difference, Curry. Let me tell you. I think we're doing well. I mean, I've seen really nice progress on all the builds. Obviously, not everybody has no life and spends every waking moment building. Right?
I feel very attacked by that statement.
Except Michael from Yes USA, probably.
He has servers to fix with fire extinguishers.
That's what I do. I fix a server, I wait for 5 minutes, I go build a little bit. I come back, I fix another one. So it's kind of a multitask.
I'm definitely looking forward to. So right now, the builds have been a little bit disciplined and structured because we're all doing a certain team and we have a certain idea that we're trying to build out for our communities. But once you start to open the gates and you're going to allow landowners to come into the server, you're going to start to see some very diverse, creative, crazy stuff. And it's going to look like what's her name yesterday? The video tour from Greg from Cogs. She said it very well. It's basically Disney. Sorry, yes, yeah, that's it. It's basically one giant Disney World, right? Where we're just going to see a huge amount of attractions everywhere, and it's going to. I think, Corey, you're not going to know what to show every day. It's just going to be so much.
Dude, it's already like that. That's like, because I agree. Like, I know that's coming. And like, talk about a really awesome problem for me, right? There's so many
We're
awesome
have to compete.
Right. There's so many awesome
we're gonna have to fight for attention.
Right. Yeah. And I mean that spawns then a bunch of other shows or whatever, which I have a feeling it's going to happen, right? Because there's going to be that demand where, hey, like, we really need to get our stuff out there because it's still, there's going to be that many more amazing things. So it's like, communities will end up sort of having to hive off and self-organize and do that. So I think you're totally right. Like, we do shows now, like 8 shows a week that I'm on between Courier and Greg and Jimmy. And I know for a fact I haven't seen everything that's awesome. let alone everything that people are building.
And there's a ton of little Easter egg secrets as well. There's little things that you just ride by on the rail line and go, whoa, what is that? I found a blue house with all sorts of art hung in it yesterday. No idea who built it, just out in the middle of nowhere. It has to be one of the OG because it's not on anybody's land. You know, it's just built out in the middle of nowhere. And there's a ton of that kind of stuff on the map. So sorry, I interrupted the flow of.
How dare you?
So yeah, so I think a lot of people are going to make
right.
Sorry, I think like the
videos.
Disneyland that is coming also. I will have the ghost house, the scary house. That's my dungeon for sure.
Fair enough. Sorry,
Gotta
Gary.
you're right, Corey. There's going to be a lot of people making videos and screenshots and NFTs and mini games, and websites are going to come up all over the place trying to provide services. It's going to be a nut house.
I mean,
Sign me up.
It's possible this could be the new real life version of the, virtual Truman Show. Like, that's very possible. It's just 24-hour streaming of people coming on and covering the Uplift. I mean, it could be pretty crazy. So I would agree with you. I think there's about to be a lot of coverage here.
There should definitely be a 24-hour Uplift live stream.
Yeah, I would probably time into that.
How would we do that?
I can help, sir.
The bed's right there.
I'm actually playing around with the 24-hour live stream using a server right now, so I don't have to use any of my hardware for it. So it's all done through a cloud, and it's being streamed right now to Twitter. But yeah, quality value NFTs, QVN, 24-hour live stream.
So it costs $28.
Yeah, nice.
It costs $28 to get a Minecraft account. Couldn't you just get an account that's the camera account, turn it on, and basically have it so that it's looking, it's like the weather cam at the cathedral or at a build or whatever. Get 10 projects together that will all want to stream, right? And have those 10 cameras pointed down at their build wherever they want to point them. And couldn't we just cycle through so that channel was basically just, here's EOS USA Michael riding around in his fucking permanent or motion machine, but then Greg sitting down in his office at the Crown development office, and Ken Bozak doing whatever nefarious shit he's got going on in his land, right? Like that, I would probably tune into that every once in a while.
Especially if you had that Uplift music playing in the background, like Uplift radio with the Minecraft video, and I would tune in every day to just jam out to the music and check in on the world.
And you have my undivided attention now. I
didn't even get a chance to smoke yet. These are just ideas I get sober when I wake up. You want to see me get creative? Give me 4.2 seconds.
These are unenhanced ideas.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So, Greg, when you're done with all your shit, maybe you need to build us a Minecraft drone that we can just put a camera on and fly around and take photos.
The problem with flying machines in Minecraft is they only fly north, south, or east, west. There's no way to build them to move, other than laterally through the world. So
it will just go over the community cluster.
Well, here's the thing: couldn't we programmatically take a character, like an account, and then just assign it to move in a certain way?
I don't know. I don't know if that's a doable thing.
Nathan could do it.
Of course it is.
Yeah, exactly.
I was going to say, you guys need to build a redstone 3D printer inside the game.
Ben, I hope Ben is sleeping right now. Ben, our Minecraft wizard, is probably just like, oh! So, Minecraft.
I would do it without the memory leaks. I'm sure.
Exactly.
Do it.
Yeah. So Redstone causes real memory leaks on the server, which I didn't know until last night, and it's super fascinating. So
only on closed loops.
There you go. Jimmy, you're next on the little bottom list, and I saw somebody was trying to get in, and we actually maxed out the number of people you can have on here. I will upgrade this for the next time we do a panel, but thanks for trying to get on, whoever that was. Jimmy,
I talked to that person, so they're okay.
Good.
But up until yesterday, I had been in denial about the fact that I'm now a gamer.
So, watch out, Ninja.
Yeah. I like it. I've been in the land. I've been building stuff. I think the design aspect is really cool. And Blue and Corey did a live stream the other day, I think, with Anders, and they talked about this a little bit too. And I kind of have the same sentiments. It's a place where, like, it's 3D Legos essentially, right? And I've told the story before, but it's like Tetris for the older generation, and things that people can do with their family and their friends. And I personally see this as being something that kind of brings people in the real world together under a community umbrella of like-minded people throughout the world. And you get paid kind of wax rewards for roaming, for building, for making cool shit that people will come. This allows anyone to be a part of the economy, which isn't necessarily true in the real world, which isn't necessarily true in the other gaming space. So as short as sweet as I can make it, I'm just going to say I think this is going to be huge.
Fair enough.
That's what she said.
Ha ha! Nailed it.
That's what she said.
And this is why I'm Anders' biggest fan.
Yeah, right? Yeah, exactly. Dwayne, how about you go?
Yeah, I agree. The just look at what has it been, weeks? You know what I mean? I remember he was like talking about ideas on some phone, on some early phone calls, and now it's like, look at this group. I'm just excited about perverse incentives, and just look at the communities. Like you can't even imagine how other people are going to be utilizing this, right? So we can be building stuff, and just to see the abstractions of how it's going to bring people together, immerse people, and like Jimmy said, there's some flow. There's actually some rewards to it. So I kind of thought I had a good imagination until I, started looking at what everyone's doing in this world. So just imagine, how weird and crazy it's going to get when the other people are going to be using, just cross worlds. Yeah, this is just a couple of weeks in. Your launch is in a couple of days. Just try and imagine what this is going to look like in a year. It's it gets me super excited, and just that it's based on the right fundamentals. Gratitude, having fun. Like, we all do our best if we're having a good time, right? So to invite that inclusive, crazy creative framework for everybody. If nothing else, we're going to have a lot of fun. And I think a lot of other people are going to resonate with that. And if we're all having fun and at our best, well, that's where it's at.
Amen.
Yes.
Michael, mostly you just want to make a roller coaster that'll make you money.
Yes. Like I say, I think it's going to be bridging the Minecraft world and the blockchain world. I mean, and the features that we can use on those two. That's really exciting to me. I think that's, one of its strengths, and I'm excited to be on board and see where it'll go. Have no clue where the crypto space will be in a year, much less where we'll be in a year.
Yeah. Well, and can you talk a little bit about, it's like, we've been talking, on our team, okay, we're going to get these wax rewards working. We're going to get the NFT rewards working. We've got like 18 gazillion ways that we can then turn around and use different game actions, right? We're starting with traveling around, wandering around, kicking out reward actions, for wax and NFTs, right? But then building, mining, 18 million, because Minecraft is such an open world kind of tool that that there's like 9 million different ways you can gamify it, right? But one thing we always wanted to do is have it so that every other project who comes to build something interesting in the world, if they have a token, if they have an NFT, they can basically use that themselves, to use our platform as a distribution channel for those things, right? To gamify their experience in their communities, whatever. So can you talk a little bit about that, Michael? Because basically, like, internally, we always kind of wanted to make it possible, but you're going to be able to do that for people, I think, much sooner than we could. And we're super excited about that. So, maybe talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, like I say, I mean, I guess the whole concept of blockchains and NFTs and owning them, I mean, that's been, something in the gaming community been looking forward to forever. Is that, what if you had your token that you earned in one game and could go and exchange it for another, or even use it to fight? Stop making games be exclusive communities and really open it up to call it an ecosystem, and now we've taken, you know, a world and associated it with that. Definitely think it's next level. You know, Minecraft is a world and immersion. We was talking about the Truman Show. You know, even if you go Oculus Rift and whatnot, you know, the digital world is starting to form around us, and you're seeing it all pop up. And I mean, blockchain and integrating those two. You know, when this happens over here, issue this and make this happen, and then you can take that and go somewhere else, or go and sell it, or buy something else for another game. So really excited to see that kind of gaming ecosystem framework start to develop.
Indeed. Recurrier, my new and super good friend.
Wait, before before we do that, this is actually this is EOS USA Michael's server room in the game, and it's on fire. And I just thought that was
so you're on the IT department floor, and there's a air Bitcoin mining room, huge, a liquid cooling Bitcoin mining room, and then there's a server room, and this is EOS USA's server room.
All right, I wanted to show that again, because that was the
it's an actual representation.
Yes, it's
if you know me, I'm like, you really get it. Is that
lovingly recreated in the Minecraft world is my EOS USA Michael's actual server room.
I think Anders, I was chatting with Anders live streaming pictures when the fire department showed up. You know, they're like, your servers are down. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Joe, the fireman, just told me I had to turn everything off because it's on fire. True story.
Oh, man.
Recurrier, you're going to Recurrier next.
Yeah, just another Monday.
Yeah, exactly.
What I think is going to be really cool is so all of the fact that it's a community cluster, and you can see as you go from one community to the other how different minds work. Like, they're all cool builds, but they're so massively different in their approach and what they're doing. And some are these like massively awe-inspiring things on the surface, and then I'm sure there's other stuff going on somewhere else. Others seem simple on the surface, but who knows what's going on underground. I mean, like Anders, it looks like, okay, cool, there's a water pillar in it. That's kind of cool. And then you go inside and you're like, oh shit. Right?
Yeah, I don't think anyone has even seen half of what is below ground yet.
Yeah. And I know that we're building stuff that you would have no idea is there on the map. I know that we're actually building our comic book lore into our site. But the other thing that I think is going to be really interesting to me is as you move from one community to another, and those spaces in between and those transitions, as you move through that, you're going to have the feeling of moving through worlds, but also everybody is going to have their own mechanic that they come up with. So some spaces are going to be NFT drops. Some spaces are maybe crypto drops. There's probably going to be people using social money drops on there. And so it creates this way for what might otherwise be much more siloed communities to cross connect. And so much in the world is like, you don't know what you don't know. And the ability to discover other stuff just by being there breaks down a lot of those silos, breaks down a lot of those walls, and you can discover stuff that you didn't even know was out there, which I think is super cool.
Yeah. The fact that like that foot traffic and sort of the serendipity of being able to, hey, I just got invited to Metaverse to take a look at that. And then, it's like a couple of stumbles and you end up at the Blue Wizard or at Crypto Monkeys or at, whatever else is around there. And that's before all the rail plots go out and people start to go completely, totally batshit insane on completely, totally different designs for each rail plot, right? Like that the more I think about that, the more kind of like half freaked out, but mostly like, this is going to be insane, because it really could be, one rail plot's going to be like an art installation. The next one's going to be a shop, tied to, NFT gallery or whatever. The next one's going to be a giant freaking, 255 block tall, building that, I don't know, it's like some fucking DeFi machine or something, right? Like, we don't know. And that's just going to be the rail. that sort of knits all this stuff together, right? So it's going to be interesting.
Cover it
a
all
lot
in
of
obsidian.
projects are putting in. Sorry, a lot of projects are putting in. Like Recurrier said, their own like spin on things. Like Michael's got his servers, Boyd's doing stuff with their mythology, Recurrier's doing stuff with his comic book. I like that take, Recurrier, that it's kind of different people are going to build different things with like different frames of mind. Like we should almost rebrand it to Mindcraft, MINDCRAFT. Like maybe that's a better way. Sorry, Kaz, go ahead.
Yeah, somebody needs to make that show. Minecraft, just steal that, take it, run with it, enjoy.
Bit of craft cheese.
Nathan, what were you saying before we move on to Anders?
I'm just waiting for people to buy all the rail plots and cover them in infinitely tall walls of obsidian.
Yeah, welcome to creative. Shit. Anders, Mr. Survival Mode.
Yeah, everyone in creative mode is cheating. That's all I have to say.
Yeah,
No,
can you imagine if he literally just left the stream? He's like, mic drop.
Peace out.
Yeah, it would actually been a good timing because I have a live show in 15 minutes and I need to prepare for it, but not really yet. Soon. But yeah, like for me, I've been waiting for an integration with NFTs, blockchain, and gaming for a long while, and since the first time I heard about Alien Worlds, which is almost a year ago now, which is very early stage, this is the kind of things that I started in my mind. And since I love Ark Survival Evolved, which is another survival game where you build, you have dinos, you tame dinos, you do a lot of cool things. That's the game that I envisioned would work great here, where you can actually raid other people and take their tools that are NFTs and really do damage in real world with like you can actually take people's value, which means like rage quit, get a new concept.
Yeah, it does.
People, like if you bring NFTs in the game, they're held in a smart contract. If someone else comes and raid you, they get those NFTs. That would be so cool, but so dangerous. Like,
so
the addiction there is crazy.
Yeah, the way that we now have to architect the way that the Uplift functions is sort of purpose built so that I can now say, Anders, let's talk after this, and we can basically create a door off the hub that leads to that world, right?
Yeah, and I actually started running a server on my computer just to see how it works, how does the log work, and everything for that game. But
yeah, I think that, because that'd be like, I'd go play that, and honestly, like Greg and I always talked about with Fortnite, like I'll get murked so fast, but it'd be fun. And especially like we're talking about and Ben, our Minecraft buddy,
and I'm worse at Fortnite than Corey is, so it's hilarious. It was stupid.
It made me feel really good about myself. I only died like almost all of the time. So the like being able to throw the script plugin as a bootstrap version, we're actually talking about maybe writing our own at some point, but this would allow us to, with some devs, create our own 3D models. So you have your own stuff. So exactly like you're talking about, like a treasure or something you can put in your house or a tool or anything like that, right? And you can find these in the world, you can buy them, you can collect them, yada yada yada, and have this big treasure hoard or what have you. But yeah, like if you got killed ever, they're all gone. And they get stolen. Like that's terrifying in like a Dark Souls times a million kind of way. But again, like that's one type of gamification, right? Like and because of the fact that we're gonna have to decentralize all this, it's gonna encourage us even to be like iterating at scale. Basically, like, someone in the community has a good idea, let's build it, and the win-win economy, takes over. Gratitude still sits at the center, which, will probably turn into like some kind of spawn hub or whatever. But then people can go and do whatever they want. And then that's where it actually gets us closer to being the Oasis. Like we talk about this being like version 1 of Ready Player One. Well, that, had a gazillion different games that you could, teleport into. And that's just, that's where we're headed. That's where this is going. Sorry, Anders, did you have anything else before we move on to Nathan?
No, I don't think so.
All right.
Good.
So Nathan, I want to express some gratitude in this moment for you just popping in last night. to the leadership group is that the doing the hard work, and again, like for me, doing the hard work for the first time, because this is my first rodeo, in this kind of thing. Your experience has been just incalculably valuable for the whole team, and you're also just like really fantastic human being. So thank you for being here on this call too, because I know it's 1 a.m. there. But when so give us your ground up. What's your take on the Uplift and where we're headed?
Well, based on that previous discussion, I already burned all the NFTs. So
did you really?
Whatever.
Oh, you're just like
no. No, I don't have Jonah's private keys, so I haven't done clear code on the atomic assets contract yet. Could you imagine? Yikes! No, I was thinking a bit about Alien Worlds. I haven't really been following the NFT space, but it sounded a lot like No Man's Sky. Something that comes out with 0 features. I'll move on.
Hey man, No Man's Sky is pretty popular.
Hey,
it is now. They released stuff, a year later. They actually launched the game after selling it to people. But I guess that's pretty normal in crypto.
The Alien Worlds, you can click a whole button. So like,
so much dev time, right? It must have took 5 whole minutes.
But then things happen, and you get NFTs.
I'll be nice. I'll be nice.
No, all right.
NFT game trash talk.
Well, and everybody here knows, like, I love Alien Worlds. It was because of doing Alien Worlds that I realized that click mine button times Minecraft. Like, hello, like that's where everything just sort of snapped in my brain, and I started yelling at everybody who would listen that we needed to build it, because it just, like, their game mechanics are very interesting and they work. And we just realized that with an API from a Minecraft server, we could basically like bootstrap that by 5 orders of magnitude, probably more.
Alien Worlds is an economic layer below whatever is built on top of it. That is what Alien Worlds is, in my
right,
opinion.
and we're seeing that now too, right? Because because people can, and
there will be some news about it in 10 minutes.
Oh, awesome!
on my channel. Weird, right?
Right. All right, cool. We'll have to
Any
chime
press is good press. Price pumps. It's fine.
Well,
no, that's good.
And as a cadaver, we said this last night as well. We've said this multiple times, and Anders, but like that's the thing. Alien Worlds is something really special for the tokenomics. It's hard for us to sound like we're not shitting on them, because we're totally not. Like the Alien Worlds is amazing, and it's going to be amazing. I think that we'll do really cool things, but. Going back to what Nathan was saying, like, it is a little bit different from what we're trying to achieve here, right? It's kind of more of a social experience as opposed to that. Nathan, go ahead. You need to finish your
I just saw Phil's comment.
I was just saying
that's great.
That's what I am. I'm light and dark. It's fine. I'm looking forward to converting every single block in the entire world to an NFT. The script is already running. It's okay. Wax has cheap CPU. I only needed like 20.
That's true. Dude, that's awesome. All right, so, and this is the thing, right? Like we're in our technical discussions yesterday, like, and we figured out some solutions. Yeehaw! Like we've got the way forward.
Yeah, I will go. Thanks everyone, and see you later.
Thanks, Anders. But yeah, it was really only a matter of time before you pixelized the entire thing. And like one of the things I've been thinking about a lot is that, because we have this NFT layer that is like the sort of the ownership organizational structure, right? The thing you own is an NFT, and it is referencing layer 1 of the Uplift, which is built in Minecraft. So the Minecraft is world, the Uplift is basically just a bunch of blocks that you can actually render as a 3D voxel. You can actually take that off the game, and it exists in a thing that now is just digital space. So what happens when we can take that into VR in a totally different game in a world that's hyper rendered, but based on the entire world, like you bootstrap the entire thing. And because it's an NFT, we just reference the NFT to this new iteration, and there you go. And then freaking Nathan comes around and like, yeah, but that's like, oh, you think there's a spoon and that's air you're breathing, right? And he's like, no, we're gonna turn everything into an NFT from the block on up. Oh, okay, cool.
Oh yeah, there's already APIs and webhooks to do that anyway. Just you just guys have to get like EA on board.
Right. All right. Game on. Pun intended. Ken Bozak.
How goes it?
Man, I love that you're here. So it's going pretty good. And I know you got up early just for this. And I have a lot of gratitude about that.
I woke up many hours early for this.
Nice.
Yeah, noon is usually when my natural alarm clock goes off.
You should have just went to bed later than normal. It would have only been an hour difference instead of 5.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe I went to bed at like 5 a.m.
That's not very long ago.
No, that was very recent ago. But look at this cool green screen I spent all night setting up. We
Nailed it.
Good job.
So you take on the uplift, Ken. What do you got for us? Because I know you're like insightful, at the wazoo. So give it to us. Give it to us.
I love what you're doing, and I think my favorite thing about it is what everybody is doing on top of it. The things that are being built out of its inception. It's inspiring creativity, and I think that not to I said this before too, not to put it out there in a negative way, whatever, but I do hope that this maybe inspires people to do their own versions of the Uplift world and their own Minecraft servers and their own NFT stuff, and many people doing their own things exactly like this. They're gonna have a stencil to kind of go to and have a framework, and like what Anders said about taking it to a completely different game, with dinosaurs and shit. Like, people are going to want to do exactly what you guys are doing with so many things that I'm just looking forward to what's going to come out of this 1 year from now, but not directly, the indirectly things that will come from this. And that's what's really getting me excited. I'm already seeing it, and you guys are still like brand new, and it's already inspiring things to be manifested into reality just from imagination. But it's because they had a springboard, something to start with, or something to help them, put their creativity to good use. So what yous are doing right now, in my opinion, is the groundwork, that framework that we're going to be seeing used by the mainstream. PewDiePie, Mr. Beast, Ninja, they're all going to want to do their own versions of Minecraft worlds like this with their communities. And I'm just excited to see what that's going to look like.
I want to interject one thing. I think we need, as building things off of this, I think we need to build Ethereum and Redstone, and it still might be cheaper in gas.
Could you imagine if you just went in out of Redstone and built an Ethereum scaling solution that worked? Like, oh, pumpkins.
It's starting something, right?
It's a side chain solution.
Oh,
we just scaled Ethereum with Minecraft, and how has it taken you 2 years? Like times 10?
What's wrong with you guys? Yeah,
yeah, exactly. What? Yeah.
because
And there won't even be any memory leaks because Nathan.
Nice.
Thank you, everyone. Just a brief pause. There's no risk to your builds, says Reddish Fox. Well, the way that the Minecraft world is going to be designed is you're going to have certain permissions that allow you to build on certain pieces of land. So yeah, in that sense, no, someone can't come in and drop bomb your cathedral. If you go back to the beginning of the show, apparently happened. Which also I want to address one more. Nick Capello. Thunderdome, 2 miners enter, 1 miner leaves. Corey and I have pondered about this. Definitely we need some sort of coliseum that we can implement so many tokenomics and gamification into that. I think it's
there's going to be a lot of them. Even in the cluster, there can be a gazillion different versions of that. And I think that ClashDome is thinking about doing. I mean, there's a lot of these games, right? Are doing these sort of card battle games or whatever, and their NFTs are going to be able to be used as power ups, as buffs, as different gamification elements. But yeah, where you come in, 2 people enter, 1 person leaves with everything. So I like it.
It would be cool to see a project come in and sponsor flying. And that way, if you have one of their NFTs or something in your wallet, you can fly around for the day because they sponsored it or whatever.
I love
the
your brain.
gamification of that's going to be so much fun, man.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I get to fly around all day thanks to Alien Worlds because I have some of their NFTs and they sponsored this ability for people that have like that's and that's you know what I mean? Like just the minimal things that you can come up with right off the spot. Like
Right.
that's why I said like a year from now. That's why I'm probably more excited than most people because like I'm a long-term I've been in crypto since 2015. You know, I've been looking at NFTs since, you know, Color Coins and Raven Coin and before CryptoKitties and CryptoPunks existed. I've been waiting for these moments. So I can wait, you know, till 2022 and see like what this is going to do because it's definitely unfathomable.
Well, and to be fair, you're the only one on the panel that actually is an NFT. So yeah, go.
I'm many NFTs, which is hilarious. I'm immortal now.
Hey, so Jimmy Corey, can I have a minute? Because I want to have a say. I want to tell you what I see.
I feel really bad we skipped over you because it's funny because I've been saying like this is the collision of two worlds, the crypto world and the Minecraft world, which Corey is both a part of. Most of us are on the Minecraft side. Most of us are on the crypto side. You're the person that is like new to crypto. So I think that's a really valuable opinion. So please go to it.
All right. So that's there's a couple of things. The first thing is everybody when we're talking about other people are going to want to do this, and we can't believe nobody did it before, and we know there's a couple of things that sort of were crypto enabled or in that sphere. But what we did first, the first thing we did is we built a community of people that showed up every Sunday morning and joined us for a half hour of reflecting on our lives and being grateful for things and expressing it to each other. And we invited other people that couldn't get into the Minecraft world to join us via YouTube and Facebook and some other media platforms. So the first thing that happened is we had a community of people that when we said, hey, we need everybody to gather 1,000 granite so Corey can build a stupid staircase. Everybody went out and mined for an hour and brought their granite to the central point where he could build that thing. Because we were doing this all in survival mode. So I'm going to tie all this into Anders' idea that survival mode is king. This is why the sense of community and the sense of common purpose in creative mode, I can have anything I want. Right. And I love the idea of abundance and the eventual Star Trek economy. But when I'm looking for an analog for how we would get things done in the real world, all of us gathering enough iron to make hoppers, to make some contraption that's going to benefit the whole community. That's what we started with. And I'm not sure everybody who tries to do this is going to have that sauce. I hope they don't miss that part of the conversation, because more gratitude communities and more cooperative communities that do good in the real world from this digital thing, that's better all the way around. And like Blue mentioned this the other day in his stream about a lot of big money is looking at this going, oh, how can we get in there, get in on this, get some money, make money. And they're missing the idea that unless it's compelling and people, I get up on Sunday mornings now. My mom thinks this is hilarious because I haven't been a church guy since I was a child, right? And can you come over tomorrow morning and help me wash the car? Sorry, Mom, I got church at 11. And what I'm talking about is I'm committed to being in the Uplift world every Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern time to put my gratitude up on the wall and listen to others express their gratitude. It's a place that I want to be. And the original group of 8 or 9 people, some of whom are in the comments here, who started doing that, we're all feeling that we live in that little portion. We don't spend much time in the community cluster, because guess what? We're all cooperating on building some other things that we've been involved in since the start. And I absolutely adore that part of this. And I tie it back to the Schipul lesson with Corey when he was trying to get me to understand cryptocurrency and shit coins and gave me 10 million Schipul, and I had to find a handle for that. And I basically started giving people Schipul when they made a donation to their local homeless shelter. Right. And so like aha, that was an aha moment for me, that we raised money to help people in the real world with what we were doing in a game. And I had never seen that before. I hadn't seen it in any game ever. And now I understand that the integration of NFTs and crypto makes that even more likely, not just possible, but likely to happen. That we in Chicken Ka could decide tomorrow that we want to donate a part of what we make from people walking across our land to a fund that's going to build schools. Guess where? In the Yucatan, where our joke Palenque temple is. In Chicken Ka, right? Every group in the Uplift is going to have the opportunity to determine what you, I'm going to challenge all of you to decide what you can do in the real world to make the lives of people better based on what you're doing, because it's fun and charming and interesting and maybe makes you a little bit of money in the Uplift. I think that's a really unexplored part of this. And we haven't talked enough in the past few weeks about building schools in Haiti is a primary thing that changed the whole game in this little server that we started. Before MBlue came along, we were just people who cooperatively built some stuff and had some fun. And after MBlue came along, no joke, not only did we start raising money for those charities, some of us started to make a little bit of money based on what we were doing in the Uplift world. And that was mind-blowing to me, and it still is. That's the part of this that I'm super, super excited about, is having all of you say, you know what Cogs is going to do. We're going to do. We know that there's a school in our community that needs money for computers to teach kids to code in their classrooms, and we're gonna take some of our wax rewards from the Uplift world, and we're gonna make a fund to make that happen. And I'm gonna go walk all over their land on a perpetual motion machine so they can raise more wax to help those kids. Right? That's what I'm going to use those powers for, is to walk around on all your plots and help you raise money to help people in the real world.
I'm pretty new to Minecraft, but I think you could do it if you just had like this water thing that you could like continually walking, because it's an uphill battle. I got a couple of things to say. Number one, we need to sound clip that, because that was brilliant. That was amazing.
Yeah, I was just like, I wanted to literally end the show right when Greg stopped talking.
I wanted to note for the record, I have also not smoked any weed. I haven't.
Number two,
I feel like we need a redo where everybody that enjoys that gets it.
Yeah.
You know what I took away from that? Greg doesn't take granite for granted.
It's a pun, Corey.
Ah, fuck.
Yes. Corey loves puns. For those of you that don't know,
do not.
You should immediately make a pun NFT. Send one to Corey, because puns are his favorite thing in the whole world.
Do it.
There should be a wall of puns, a wall of gratitudes. Is that what we're saying?
Pun is a crime against both humor and logic.
Now everyone's goal is to make a pun that is gratitude.
Oh, beautiful.
Damn you all. And also,
I do want to dovetail onto what Greg had said. I had worked with another player in Upland to do a fundraiser this year, mostly last month, for St. Jude. And it really was amazing the kind of traction we got. And his initial goal, we raised 10 times what the initial goal was. And it was awesome. And we had a really good time with it. It was exhausting. We did it. It was like a 10-day campaign. And it was like everything we could raise in those 10 days. And we did some wax auctions and a bunch of other stuff. But it really was pretty amazing about the engagement and some creative stuff that we came up with. And, after we got it done, we said, we're definitely doing this again next year. And I think that is a great idea to connect those two campaigns. I ran the wax campaign and he ran the Upland campaign, but we can bring that straight into the Uplift and run a campaign there and connect all of them. So it's, say over the course of 10 days, you get a group of people together, the whole idea of community, and somebody's running the campaign in Uplift and somebody's running it in Upland, and maybe somebody has an idea how to make it work in alien worlds, and you connect all of these, and there is like this massive global metaverse initiative to make this fundraiser that cross connects all of these communities and is also doing something good. And I think that is it's really fulfilling to make that happen. And it's I took so much excitement and joy out of it, more than I realized I would when I started getting involved with it.
Well, how about this?
We just saw that porn on the screen.
Yeah. Damn you.
Sorry, Jimmy.
That's all right. We had Twain and Max on last night. We were talking about the Dackathon, right? How about this? I mean, once the Uplift goes live, full live, I mean, we can have like events in the Uplift that can be for charities. We can have events that could be like, build-a-thons. We could have like Minecraft I can't say Minecraft without saying Mindcraft. I don't want to end here, but Corey, like we were talking last night, like after the stream, thinking about maybe like doing something else on Thursday. Maybe we need to do this every week with a panel of people talking about Mindcraft, like MIND. Like this might be our new thing. I'm just saying, just putting it out there because this is.
I already have a request. Like Javi from Classroom was going to join us. We maxed out the number of people that could be in StreamYard. So shout out to Javi. Like I can't wait to, because I haven't even been to the Classroom build yet, and they've got like a giant effing game portal underneath their land that nobody could see from the 2D map. So that's going to be super interesting. So yeah, I mean, there's going to be enough.
So we're going to look at that this afternoon, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait.
Let's start there. Javi, if you're watching, we'll Recurrier and I will invite you on to give us the guided tour of your stuff. That sounded weird, but you get the idea.
I'll give
I love the panel idea.
That's what she said.
Right? Nailed it multiple times.
The stuff he hides underneath. Oh my god.
Oh, Avi's in the comments.
I would also say we need a guided tour of Ken Bozak. We need a guided tour of Michael USA. I
haven't had a chance to build much, but I do have an entire community in Telegram that's excited to be like whitelisted on my land to help me build. And we are definitely going to build a jigsaw hell, torture, trap, kill, and steal world. So yeah, if you come to my little plot of land, you will be murdered, and I will steal all your stuff.
Invite Anders over immediately.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have a big welcome Anders sign and a door, 2 doors. They're both gonna lead to death.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be lava or
PG-13. So just put a sign that says like, if you're 13 or under, please don't come in here because you will die.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll give a handful of wax to whoever builds the first dick butt.
No, denied. Ignore what he just said. Did you say dick butt? What the fuck is a dick butt?
I guess now we have to Google it.
Are you not on the internet ever?
There goes my search history.
We have to Google it. Oh, yeah.
You guys have to Google that?
I feel like I should Google that in incognito mode or something. You know?
Yeah.
Just
We
to be
need
safe.
Nathan just like, we're not friends anymore. Like, oh.
This is why we need an arena in the Minecraft world. So that's like a public space people could go and battle and settle disputes in the arena.
I mean, I feel like you're threatening me with a good time.
I don't really know what the term dick butt means, but I kind of feel like that would be a good name for an arena.
Have none of you been using Reddit for the last 15 years?
It's a pretty
never touched
internet
Reddit.
image. I can't believe you guys haven't. It's pretty, it's
I'm actually the only time I've ever heard the term dick butt is when I was going to name my country band that.
That's perfect.
Thanks.
That's perfect.
I worked for many minutes.
All right, that's my next NFT.
Oh man, Thunderdome indeed. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Clusterfuck is at 2 p.m. this afternoon. The sale is at the pre-sale stuff or whatever we're doing on Saturday. What are we doing? Anyway, it's on Saturday.
I guess like, one more thing before you go, Corey. Like tomorrow, I guess 24 hours from now, 25 hours from now, I believe, is when the rail plots are released.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that you're going to be live somewhere at some point with someone. Is there a schedule for the live that people can tune in and see what's going on? Or like obviously,
they can tune in to QVN, Quality Value NFTs. That'll be streaming it live.
Yeah, exactly, Javi. Clash Dome? Yeah, I mean they're doing it. Like this is happening. So I'm stoked about that. So we'll be live at 11:30 before the thing starts, I would imagine, from this channel and maybe another one. And we'll sort of go live and see how all that stuff goes. There's an NFT out there that has immortalized the fact that I said we're not going to sell out. I don't think we are. Wink. But we'll see. Who knows what's going to happen.
How many rail plots do we have actually?
Are they going to be dropped or auctioned? I'm just curious about that.
So basically, like we're doing like a lo-fi pack sale, right? So the NFTs that you're getting, it's like a 1 rail, 3 rail, or a 10 rail, right? And so you'll get those NFTs, and when we're ready to actually drop the 1 of 1 location-based NFTs to your account, we'll basically just reference those, and it's like opening a pack or whatever, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So, and again, like I think as far as the number, we had it listed that there would be 3,000. We're sort of Nathan, did we decide that we had to pare that down last night?
I think we said rail plots were okay.
Yeah, okay. And we have to just we're refiguring the land, but we didn't give any numbers on that anyway. So that's all good. Welcome to the inner workings of our minds. 3,000 rail plots. And again, they're going to be randomly assigned to, and so good luck. Hopefully, you get some around where you want to. Otherwise, the secondary market will be where you want to go with that. So 3,000 in different packs, right? I think we did 33% each, so 1,000 are going to be singles, 1,000 are going to be in packs of 3, 1,000 are going to be packs of 10, and and then within a few weeks, if everything goes really well, you're going to get the actual one of one NFT, and we're developing a passport system to get you access to the area that is going to house your stuff. And we'll just start building. I can't wait to just get in there and start seeing what all you crazy fucking geniuses start building.
I miss playing Minecraft.
The server migration. I got a few messages like this. Like the server was down. It wasn't even down that much yesterday.
I was having really problems yesterday.
I need to go to the wall.
Infinitely high TNT walls on the rail plots.
Oh, fuck.
Well, I mean, I've been putting in enough time for both of us, Greg, and I don't game, so yeah.
If this is a good question, if USA Michael gets rail plots, is he going to turn them into roller coasters?
I can only.
Well, you can't. I already thought of this. You can't divert the rail system.
That's what I was going to say. I'll just put a loop in it. I like the loop.
I could get people to stay on my 50 by 50 for a half hour just by making loops to the sky build limit. But
TNT in the rail car.
Yeah.
I had a pig riding the roller coaster.
Mm-hmm. That was the thing that happened. But yeah, like if you manage to pick up 5 or 10 rail plots in a row, right? And you'd have to do that on the secondary market, like if you had a few chunk or whatever. But if you had that, you could have a rail or like a roller coaster loop or whatever that basically just uses that entire 255 tall and 100 long, whatever it is, to go up underground or the sky all over the place, and it's gonna be a big old mess. And then
well, Laugh Track Don and I, we have some connected rail plots. We have some sections of 4 in a row, and so we've been thinking about things that we can collaborate together and make interesting 4 long or 50 wide by 200 long builds on our rail plot. So
why do you keep
some amazing stuff?
Why do you keep bragging about something that nobody else is going to get?
I mean, I was there first. Fuck it.
Wait. You get to create a roller coaster, but I don't.
Don't worry, we're deleting his land.
Yeah, look, I was here first. Fuck off.
Hey, that's what the secondary market's all about. If you want to flip and trade and do whatever, you can go and get a dozen rail plots.
I mean, speaking of secondary market and rail plots, I mean, wouldn't it be possible for people to just create their own rail system, secondary like rail, and just be its own little underground railroad, so to speak?
So I was going to say that there's actually a rail line on the Boyd plot. They've created their own rail as well that you can ride around and check out all the buildings. It's more of a theme park ride as opposed to a perpetual motion machine. But I will hand it to USA Michael. That roller coaster, we went on it the other day. On the stream, and it was super fun. And I just kind of think, like, Recurrier, if you could make if you can be down with like crypto monkeys, like maybe like pigs in a roller coaster and cows in a roller coaster and dolphins in a roller coaster should potentially be an NFT series. I'm just going to say, Ken, though, I think what you're referring to is already happening at some places.
Yeah,
right?
The OG builders, Ginny, who's in the comments here, Laugh Track, Sue FG, and Katie Gentry. Katie is the person that's doing all the surveying in the world. They have 2 north-south rail lines that run across their 4 contiguous plots that you could ride out and back and see all the stuff that they've built. And we're going to do a circuit ride at Chicken Ka, and I'm going to build one for Crowdlandia as well, sort of like a Wedway people mover. There's the Disney reference again. Welcome to Crowdlandia. Because you can ride around the perimeter and see all the cool stuff. That's how you're going to draw people to your land to get them wax rewards to get you wax rewards. They won't have the same 3 times benefit as the official, the NFT rail plots, but you'll still get the benefit of traveling around the world and getting, ticking off rewards that way. And I have a feeling we're going to have to cap those so USA Michael can't game that part of the system. He'll find some other game. He'll find some other game. I have no doubt. Yeah.
So I don't know how many subscribers you have, Ken, on your normal channel, but you've got at least one for Murderland. We've got one comment that says, "I want to go to Murderland" from Reddish Fox. So the clock is ticking. One for Ken Bozak land in the Uplift.
Yeah. And also, huge thank you to
people are gonna want to survive my land. That's gonna be the fun part. People are gonna not just play they're gonna have to come and survive it.
I'm all about it. A huge thanks to Nathan for showing me what dick butt is. Now I have that forever in my mind.
And this is why I don't go on Reddit or 4chan. Some things you can't unsee, bro.
That's true.
So Corey, I think
internet
I want to do this
legacy.
again next week. I think I want to have the people that couldn't come on and maybe some other people back for Thursday. I think I want to do an Uplift thing. We got a big.
I'm digging it. It's not hurting my feelings at all.
If I only have to wake up this early once a week, that won't kill me.
I'm kind of ecstatic the fact that like this is something that can get Ken Bozak out of bed on time 1 day a week, right?
Not do it twice.
Impressive.
We're still not sure this isn't a dream.
Speaking of which, guys, we got really close to 700,000 wax in the rewards pool right now. That's going to get doubled to 1.4 million. And again, all the people buying Genesis keys, again, we're going to add as much value to those ongoing, as we can in really fun and interesting ways. But that's what you're doing. You're basically fueling the ground under your feet in the Uplift with wax that's going to go out as rewards, and it's getting doubled. And there's going to be announcements around that. I mean, I was talking to Amblue this morning. Like, we got to book an event probably for a couple weeks out. It's going to be in the Blue Room. We're gonna have everybody who's in game there hopefully, and we're gonna have some really, really interesting things going on, and some announcements of stuff that I haven't really told any of you. So it's gonna be like,
let's please remind people. Yes, you can buy them on the secondary market, but that does not help the reward pool.
Right.
You bargain hunting, I get it, but
are there secondary commission fees though? Won't that help at least?
That I don't know.
But you're going to pay more on the secondary market anyway, so just get them from the.
I saw some below cost last night.
Yeah, well, and again, like I'm all for the market, right? Like the having that situation where because information is developing all the time. Maybe people thought one thing and didn't understand it or whatever. Fine. And so do that. Yeah, but like the full amount goes to the rewards pool if you get them from our website. But the secondary market stuff is all going to the rewards pool right now too. So there's that.
And we got some NFTs on our stash. So if you buy them below market price and you prove it to us and you send them to us, then we'll send you a cool NFT that we have in our stash and we'll put them back on the market for the rewards pool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's going to be really, really interesting once that Genesis NFT sale ends. Then there's going to be, and then as this gets more adoption, then people are going to be like, oh, well, how do I get one of these? And that's when the secondary market's actually going to become really interesting for it, because as that utility takes hold and people understand that it's going to be a long-term value hold, then we'll see what happens with it. This is just, we're literally in the middle of the pack sale right now. So all those secondary market values are fleeting. They don't mean anything right now until the value proposition of those NFTs actually takes hold. And then they'll see what it is. So, go stock up on them, because
it's going to be a thing. I do want to mention, so Curry and I do this thing at 2, listening to you strategize about what you guys are planning on doing and all. It was super fascinating. But can you tell us a little? You have a show that's right after that, right? Can you tell everybody where to find that?
Who, me?
Yeah.
So I do a show with Left House called Upland Action News. So he's on 5 days a week at 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific. and it's basically an NFT show. It was kind of born out of Upland, but he and his guests cover all kinds of different NFT stuff, and he and I do Crypto Monkey Fridays, where if you tune in and you're on the live and you put in your wax wallet, we give away a bunch of crypto monkeys. But he also gives away stuff like during the course of the week. He's got his own NFT brand where it's called Rabbit Hole, and it's all about going down into the crypto and NFT world and stuff like that. So the easiest way to find anything, my streams with Corey and anything else, is I just have a website, recurriercrypto.com, and then just follow that to links. So there's links to Upland Action News, there's links to Clusterfuck that me and Corey do. I've got links to all the different stuff. If you want to find metaphors, if you want to find Upland comics, I have a problem with saying no, so I'm involved in so many freaking projects that eventually I was like, all right, I just got to make a place for people to go. I mean, there's nothing there but just links. It's like, go here,
That's
go here,
good.
go
Like
here.
it's your own personal aggregator. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah,
I gotta get going, guys.
Yeah,
I'm
I was gonna
sorry,
say,
I
let's
got
wrap
a
it up.
thing soon. Go to nftforsale.com. I love you all. Bye bye.
Nailed it. Thank you, Ken. All right. Yeah, let's rock and roll the hell out of here. Anyone else have any announcements they want to make before we break?
Well, I'll just say, like, everyone that we
Yes.
invited. Sorry, I'll just
No,
say
that's all right.
everyone that we invited on this show, is dear and near to our hearts because they're doing something amazing with us in the Uplift. They're either building or they're doing something amazing. So check these people out. I mean, you can see where they are, what they're doing on their tags. Even the people who have left, check Recurria out, check Anders out, check Ken Bozak out, check USA and CSX out. Kaz, we're gonna have to get you out there a little bit more. I do my best to put you out there in the public eye from places that most people don't know as me. But yeah, like, definitely do a Google search, because he's definitely an interesting person who's done a lot in the space and someone you're really going to want to follow. The best place to contact with you, I guess, would be on your Medium page, I would assume. But yeah.
Medium, LinkedIn, Twitter, everything uses NS Rempel.
So yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
The name just connected for me. Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's you.
Corey, if you have any final thoughts, let her rip, and if not, I'll chop her to high heavens.
No, I guess my only final thought is I'm really grateful that all of you guys are here and we have this much brain power, helping to bootstrap a new world. It's kind of a big deal. So thanks.
Awesome.
There can't be a chop for that, so we're gonna go with this.
Denied. Chop or death.